Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanang Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramanubhishtam Purnam Radhadasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Rupamanjari Prishtakam Patita Pavana Karuniyam Yugacharya Narayanam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaura Tuise Namaha Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Ismera Hasara Murali Manohara Radhikara Shikamam Kripanide Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vrindai Tulasi Devi Ai Priyai Keshavascha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Sattvatyai Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I begin, offer my most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhatama, Sri Guru Pada Padma, Nitalila Pravishtam Vishnu Pada, Stotra Sata Srimad, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudeva, and to my most worshipable Shiksha and Sannyasa Guru, Nitalila Pravishta Srila Bhakti Vijnana Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to all Sri Rupada Gauriya Guru Varga, to all Tridandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees here today, my most respectful obeisances. So by the God's mercy of Srila Gurudeva and all Mahabhagavata Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. Text number 10. The necessity of taking shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Radha is expressed by Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami in his Swasankalpa Prakasha Stotra, verse number 1. Anaradya Radha Padam Bhojarenum Anasrita Vrindattavim Tat Padankam Asambhasya Tadbhava Gambhira Chittam Kutashama Sindhu Rasasyavagaha. How can a person become immersed in the ocean of ecstatic mellows of Shyam if he has never worshipped the dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet? If he has never taken shelter of her pastime place, Sri Vrindavan, which is marked with the impressions of her lotus feet? And if he has never served the devotees whose hearts are already submerged in her profound sentiments, it will never be possible. So this is a very famous and important verse that all Gauriya Vaishnavas should know. Now the commentary of Srila Gurudeva Bhajana Rahasya Vritti. While remembering this stotra, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur yearns to attain the wonderful and astonishing service of Sri Radha Madhava. In order to be submerged in the ocean of Shyama Rasa or Sringara Rasa, the amorous mellow, it is absolutely essential to worship the dust of the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, who is the personification of Ladhini, the pleasure-giving potency. To worship Shri Vrindavan Dham, her place of playful amorous pastimes, Kali Vilas, and to worship her dearmost devotees. Besides this method, there is no way to attain the service of Sri Radha Madhav. Considering there to be another way is only a vain and useless hope. In Sri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi 80 confirms this. Radha Dhasyam Apasyaya Payatate Govinda Sangasaya Soyam Purna Shudaruche Parichayam Rakam Vina Kankshati. Those who endeavor to attain the association of Shri Krishna but reject Radha Dasya are like people who endeavor to see the full moon when it is not a full moon night. In Stavavali of Swaniyam Dashakam number 6 of Sri Raghunatha Das Goswami, it says, Ya ekam govindam bhajati kapati dambikataya tad abhyarne shirne kshanam api nayami vratam vidam. I will never go near a hypocrite who worships Govinda alone without Radha. This is my vow. If Shama is directly the emperor of all transcendental mellows, Rasaraja, and the embodiment of the amorous mellow, Sringara Ras, then Srimati Radhika is the form of Madanakya Mahabhava. Srimati Radhika with her Sringara Ras feeds Sham, honey, in the form of Kandarpa or Cupid. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8:108, Krishna ke karaya shamarasa madhupan, nirantara purna kore krishnera sarvakam. Srimati Radhika makes Sri Krishna drink the honey of the amorous mellow, shamarasa. She is therefore engaged in satisfying all of Krishna's lust. Sringara Rasa is also called shamarasa. This is the opinion of Sri Vishnu Devata, found in Sahita Darpana. Shama Varno Yam Vishnu Devata. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in his song Radhika Charana Padma like Radhika Ujwala Rasira Acharya, Radha Madhava Shuddha Prema Vicharya, Ye Darilo Radha Pada Parama Jatani, Se Payelo Krishna Pada Amulya Ratani, Radha Pada Vina Kabu Krishna Nahi Mili, Radhika Dasira Krishna Sarva Vede Bole. Srimati Radhika is the Acharya of Ujwala Rasa, the resplendent mellows of amorous love. The pure prema between Radha and Madhava is meant to be contemplated and discussed. One who takes hold of Sri Radha's lotus feet with great care obtains the priceless jewel of Sri Krishna's lotus feet. Without the lotus feet of Sri Radha, one can never attain Sri Krishna. All the Vedic scriptures declare that Krishna belongs to the maidservants of Sri Radha. Vrindavana Dham is the place of Sri Radha Madhava's various amorous pastimes. The youthful divine couple roam here performing their pastimes, and the land of Vrindavan is marked with the impressions of their lotus feet. As Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings in Radhika Charana Padma, Radha Padankita Dham Vrindavan Jaranam. Srimad Bhagavatam 10:30-28 states, Anaya Radhito Nunam Bhagavam Haririshwara Yonam Vihaya Govinda Pritoyana Yadiraha. The gopi said, most certainly, she is Sri Krishna's worshipper. Therefore, being pleased with her, Shama Sundar has left us and taken her away to a solitary place. When Sri Krishna disappeared from the Rasa study, taking Radha with him, the gopis who were searching for him saw his footprints in the forest, along with Srimati Radhika's. Praising her good fortune, they said, Kashyapadani Chaitani Jattaya Nanda Shununa. Here are the footprints of some gopi who was walking with the son of Nanda Maharaja. All of Vrindavan, including Govardhan and Radhakunda, is the abode of Sri Radha Krishna's Kali Vilas and is marked with their footprints. Jatarati sadhakas have internal revelations of Sri Radha Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan's bowers. Here, the meaning of taking shelter of Sri Vrindavan Dham is to remember the various pastimes performed there and to be absorbed in the sentiments of them. But such realization can only be obtained by the association and mercy of great personalities who are like-minded, affectionate towards oneself, more advanced than oneself, and who taste Vrajarasa. In Prema Bhakti Chandrika 9.9, Srila Narottam Das Thakur sings, Tara Bhakta Sangha Sada Rasalila Prema Kata, Je Kore Shapai Ganashyam. By staying in the company of devotees who always discuss the sweet nectarian pastimes of the rasa dance, one is sure to attain Ganashyam. The sweetness of the rasa of Sri Radha Shama Sundar's pastimes can only be relished through association with and service to the great personalities who taste rasa and who are submerged in the waves of this endless and eternal ocean of sweetness. So, this is the end of the purport of Srila Gurudev. So basically, Gurudev is saying that, first of all, there is no way of attaining the topmost sweetness of Krishna's love without serving Srimati Radhika. So, in the same way that we take shelter of Radha, we must also take shelter of Vrindavan, because Vrindavan is the place that Radha is the queen. So Radhika's name is Vrindavaneshwari. But Krishna's name is not Vrindavaneshwar. There is no such name for Krishna. But at the same time, how can we access all this transcendental rasa. Directly, we cannot do it. We have to go through the medium of the pure devotee, who is always observed in these eternal pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. So, all our Guru Varga, they are this type of Rasika Vaishnavas, from whom we can receive this injection of Braja Prem. So, now text 11. The conception of being a maidservant of Sri Radha is described in the following words of the Goswamis. Abhimanam parityaja prakritta vapuradishu Shri Krishna kripaya gopi dehe brajeva samyaham radhikanuchari bhutva parakiya rase sada Radha Krishna vilasheshu paricharyam karomyaham. After giving up false identification with this material body, may I obtain the body of a gopi and reside in Braja by the mercy of Shri Krishna. May I become Shri Radha's maidservant and always serve Radha and Krishna, who revel in the rasa of Paramur love. Now the commentary of Srila Gurudeva, Bhajana Rahasya Vritti. As long as the sadhaka identifies himself with the material body, he cannot enter the realm of bhajan. Only after one has rejected all kinds of false identities pertaining to the body, such as I am a Brahmana, I am a Kshatriya, and pertaining to the character, such as I am so qualified, I am rich, I am a scholar, and only after he becomes more humble than a blade of grass and prays with extreme distress is it possible to obtain Shri Krishna's mercy. All types of anarthas, aparadas, and false identifications can only be eradicated by good association. We should weep and pray in a distressed and humble voice. O Shri Krishna, O Shri Radha, Gopi Dehe Brajeva Samyaham, when will I obtain such mercy as to reside in Braja and become the dasi of the dasi of the dasis of Srimati Radhika? And when will I eternally serve your Parakya Rasa Vilasa, day and night? By such distress-filled prayers, Gopi Bhav will arise in the heart by the mercy of Shri Radha's Sakis, the eternally perfect Gopis of Braja. Without Gopi Bhav, it is impossible to attain the land of Vrindavan Dham, where Radha and Krishna perform their amorous pastimes in the solitary bowers. This mood is attained only by following Shri Radha's intimate Sakis, who attend to her in her private chambers. Only they can enter these pastimes, no one else, and only they expand these pastimes and taste them. So the Ekadasha Bhavas and the 5 Dashas are evoked by their mercy. Narottam Das Thakur sings in Prema Bhakti Chandrika 5.7, Jugala Charana Sevi Nirantara Ei Bhavi Anuragi Thakibo Sadaya Sadhane Bhavi Bo Jaha Siddha Dehe Pavotaha Raga Patira Ei Seupai. I will constantly serve the lotus feet of Shri Radha and Shri Krishna with loving attachment. Whatever I contemplate during sadhana will certainly be achieved upon attaining the perfection of a spiritual body, Siddha. This is the method of the path of Raga. Parakya Rase Sada. The scriptures establish the preeminence of the Paramur love of Braja. By serving Shri Radha Krishna in the mood of Swakya, means worldly love, one will attain Goloka Vrindavan. And by serving in Paramur love, Parakya, one will attain Braja Vrindavana, the absolute innermost chamber of Goloka Dham, where Shri Radha Krishna's Nikunja Lilas take place. There, the Manjari Sakis are topmost, and they are endowed with Ulas Rati, or much stronger affection for Radha than for Krishna. They render service to the rasa-laden loving exchanges in the secluded groves without any hesitation. Raghunath Das Goswami in Brajavilasa Stabla 38 says, Tambularpana pada mardana payodana visharadivir Vrindaranya maheshwarim priyataya yasto shanti priyaha prana preshta sakki kuladapi kilasanko chitta bhumika Keli bhumishu rupa manjari mukas tadasika samsraye. I take shelter of the maidservants of Srimati Radhika, of whom Rupa Manjari is prominent. Unlike the Prana Preshta Sakis, they can perform any service without hesitation. They perpetually and affectionately satisfy Srimati Radhika by their various services, such as offering tambula, massaging her feet, bringing her water, and arranging for her trysts with Shri Krishna. So now text 12. The rejection of all types of dharma out of the desire to serve Sri Radha's lotus feet is described in Sri Radharasa Sudhanidhi 33. The desire for the pleasure received from relationships with family and friends, for the four goals of life, dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, and for vast wealth are the causes of all unwanted desires. Knowing this, I abandon them all. I worship the foot dust of Sri Radha, which showers natural, wonderful happiness, and I always keep this foot dust upon my head. Now the commentary of Srila Gurudeva Bhajana Rahasya Vritti. The first line of this text, Duradapasya swajanam sukham artakotim, means that the desires for wealth and the happiness derived from the company of relatives cause impediments in remembering the dust of Srimati Radhika's lotus feet, and therefore those desires should be rejected. Pure renunciation is actually a natural distaste for material matters and a taste for the dust of Sri Radha's lotus feet. Sadhakas who possesses exclusive faith in Sri Radha are solely attached to the fragrance of her lotus feet. Without Sri Radha, they have no taste for Sri Krishna. Material happiness seems insignificant to such sadhakas who have firm attachment for her lotus feet and who are not slightly inclined toward any other transcendental practice and goal. Indeed, on the path of prema bhakti, other practices are obstacles, as stated in the following verse. Punya jeshu kiradham tara na layo nam punya mukti dui tyaga kori prema bhakti shuddha nidhi tahe duba niravadi ara jattokshar nidhi pray. Prema Bhakti Chandrika 6:15-16. Although piety is the abode of material happiness, do not strive for it. Rather, give up the desire for piety, as well as for liberation. Loving devotion service is an ocean of nectar. Always be immersed in it. So what we can understand from this purport is that Gurudev is not saying, or the verse from Radharasa Sudhanidhi, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad, he is not saying that to have family is bad. He is saying that anything apart from the remembrance of Radha's lotus feet, that is bad. Anything. So even the practice of liberation, charity, yoga, all of this is bad if you want only the lotus feet of Radha. Even Krishna can become an obstacle if you are one-pointed to the service of Radha. When Krishna, he approaches the manjaris of Radha, proposing them, meet him, they will immediately deny that. They will run towards Srimati Radhika and take shelter on her. So now continue with the purport. Pious activities, liberation and so forth are like a pile of ashes to the Premi Bhakta, the devotee at this stage of prema. Indeed, if a devotee persistently desires to submerge himself in the nectarian ocean of loving devotional service, and his bee-like heart is attracted by the fragrance of Sri Radha's foot dust, which is full of immaculate rasa, how can he go anywhere else? After receiving happiness from a supremely excellent object, can one become attracted by some trifling pleasure? Compared to the happiness of merging with Brahma, the bliss of bhajan is vastly greater. That ecstasy is indescribable. Bhajanananda in its most condensed form is Premananda, but it is beyond words to express the nature of Premananda, as it is a stage to be experienced. Amongst all varieties of Premananda, the prema of the gopis, when distressed in separation, crosses beyond the ultimate limit of Ananda and attains a state that cannot be expressed in words. From the dust of the lotus feet of the crest jewel of all gopis, Sri Radha, a stream of this indescribable happiness continuously flows towards that sadhaka who remembers her. So what Gurudev is saying is that Brahmananda, the happiness of being in touch with Brahma, is inferior to Bhajanananda, the happiness of worshipping the Supreme Lord. Then Bhajanananda means Premananda, and Premananda in its highest aspect is the mood of separation of Srimati Radhika. So when Radha is experiencing whatever she's experiencing, that will flow automatically and touch the manjaris. So when he says that the sadhaka who remembers continuously Radharani is in the stage of prema, means he already realized his swarupa as a manjari. So therefore, Radha is compared to be like the kripa, or the kripa, no, like the plant, like tulasi, for example. We have the plant, the leaves, and we have the manjaris, so, and the flowers. So when the bumblebee comes and seeks to take the sweetness of that flower, the whole plant will shake. So whatever Radharani feels, the manjaris will also feel. So continue with the purport. This stream of Ananda, composed of pure sweetness and devoid of even a scent of Aishwarya Jnana, is natural and filled with wonderful astonishment. This is the meaning of the word Sahajadbhuta Saukya Dhara in this text. Shri Radhika Charanarenam Aham Smarami. In the absence of directly receiving the exceedingly rare dust of Shri Radha's lotus feet, the sadhaka who is established in Radha Dasyam remembers that dust. What it actually means is that he yearns to obtain his cherished service in Shri Radha's pastimes, in the pleasure groves, Vilasa Kunjas. This is the heartfelt desire of Gauriya Vaishnavas, and it is their topmost sadhana. Prema Bhakti Chandrika 2.2 states, Sadhana smarana lila ihate na koro hela, kaya mane koriya susara. The sadhana at this stage is to remember Shri Radha Krishna's pastimes. Do not neglect this. Make this the most essential endeavor of your body and mind. So, in this way, the Gauriya Vaishnavas, they have only one aim. This is to attain the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Now, text 13. In this way, the sadhaka worships the dust of Srimati Radhika's lotus feet. In Sri Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi 198, Sri Prabodhananda Saraswati prays, Ashasya dasyam brishabhanu jayas, tire samadhyasya chabhanu jayaha, kadanu vrindavana kunja vitish, aham nuradhe hiyatitir bhaveyam. O Radha, O Brishabhanu Nandini, when will I, who am residing on the bank of the Yamuna, with the hope of becoming your maidservant, become a guest on the pathways of Vrindavana's kunjas? Now the commentary of Srila Gurudeva Bhajana Rahasya Vritti. Similarly, in one place, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur prays, O Brishabhanu Nandini, there is a hope growing in my heart that you will become a guest on the path of my vision as you go to your rendezvous on the paths of Vrindavana's kunjas on the bank of the Yamuna. In an extremely restless condition, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati has composed this text while remembering service to Sri Swamini. In the absence of this service, vast pain and longing has arisen in his heart as he remembers the sweetness of these pastimes. Realizing his disqualification to taste such sweetness, his life air is agitated by an intolerable unhappiness and pain. However, a firm hope of one day attaining the eternal service of Swamini is stirring his heart. One symptom of the Jatarati Bhakta is a firm hope of attaining the Supreme Lord, Ashabandha, and the ultimate development of this Ashabandha is seen in Mahabhava. Why is that? Because there are two types of Ashabandha, two types of hope. One is the sadhaka who is longing to receive the darshan of Radha and Krishna. And the other one is Radharani and the gopis. They longing to receive Krishna's darshan. So the resolute hope of the Brajadevis is indescribable. Even in the condition of long-term separation from Krishna, the expectation of attaining his service keeps them alive. They have faith in Krishna's words spoken when he left for Mathura in Srimad Bhagavatam 10:39-35. Ayasya iti, I will return. With this hope, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati prays at the Sri Swamini's lotus feet. O Radha, O Brishabhanu Nandini, when will I, with the hope of becoming your maidservant, be a guest on the pathways of the kunjas situated on the bank of the Yamuna? O Radha, you are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, the empress of Vrindavan, and a treasury of overflowing compassion. Therefore, do not neglect me, a destitute and lowly person. Please engage me as a maidservant in the service of you and your prana priyatama in your pastimes within the secluded groves. Filled with intensely passionate pure love, premanuraga, you move along the bank of the Yamuna towards the Nikunjas of Vrindavan to meet with the Lord of your life. When will this destitute guest sit on the path of your travel? My determination will be fixed. I will not move from that place without first receiving your mercy. Upon seeing this destitute guest sitting there, your heart will certainly be moved by compassion. O Swamini, you are Krishna's most treasured beloved and his worshipper. Please make me successful by giving me an opportunity to perform some tiny service in the worship of the love of your life. Now, at the end of my life, I am a beggar for your mercy. Please accept me as your unpaid maidservant. If you deprive me of this, your name will be defamed, and that I cannot tolerate. So this should be the prayer of a genuine sadhaka, always having hope that Radharani is going to be merciful to us. Now text 14. Constantly seeking Shri Krishna's through Sankirtan in the mood of Radha Dasya is described in Radharasa Sudhanidhi 259. Keeping in my heart my highest aspiration of one day becoming a maidservant of Shri Radha's lotus feet, I will always meditate on Shri Krishna, whose head is decorated with a peacock feather. I will constantly chant his name, eternally serve his lotus feet, and continually utter his most excellent mantras. May he bestow mercy upon me at any moment, so I will attain Anuragotsava, the great festival of overwhelming love for Sri Radha. So very beautiful verse that we should always constantly perform Nama Sankirtan. This is very important. And when we are praying to Krishna, we ask him, please make me the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. Now the commentary of Srila Gurudeva Bhajana Rahasya. Prabodhananda Saraswati is expressing a desire to continuously seek Shri Krishna through Sankirtan in the mood of being a servant of Sri Radha, Radha Dasyam. The only desire and cherished objective of Gaudiya Vaishnavas is to attain Radha Dasya. It is the only goal of their Krishna bhajan. The principal mantra of their Krishna bhajan is found in the 9th verse of Srimana Shiksha. Madhishana tatve brajavipina chandram brajavaneswarim tam natatve. Always remember Vrindavana Chandra as the prananata of my Swamini, Vrindavaneshwari Sri Radhika. This text 14 describes that upon decorating the heart with the most cherished wealth of Radha Dasya, one will meditate upon Shri Krishna, whose head is adorned with a peacock feather. Just like we have that very famous prayer, Shyama Sundara Shikanda Shikhara, Zmira Hasara Murali Manohara, Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide, so Priya Charana Kinkarim Kuru. Every day I chant this mantra because it's the same principle. We are praying to Krishna so that he can be merciful to us, to make us the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. So when we are speaking the verse, this is Sankirtan, this is chanting Krishna's name. So this should be our mood when we are trying to achieve our goal. So now Gurudev is going to describe one pastime, very beautiful. Shri Krishna is a little late in arriving at the Kunja. So Shri Radha, endowed with Madhya Abhiman, means the mood that Krishna's mind becomes Sauki, Manini. To please his beloved, Shyama Sundar bows his head at her lotus feet, and his peacock feather crown falls to the ground. This is described in Sri Gita Govinda 10.8, Smaragara Lakhandanam Mama Shirasi Mandanam. May the remembrance of how my Swamini controls Dirlalita Nayaka Shri Krishna, who is a brilliant festival of Anurag, manifest in my heart. May I remain submerged in this most charming Krishna Sankirtan. So here, Gurudev is saying that Radha controls Krishna. And what is the name of that Krishna? Dhira Lalita Nayaka. Means that type of hero, that Nayaka, which can be controlled by the heroine, by the Nayika. His name is Dhira Lalita. So Srila Raghunatha Dasi Goswami prays. The name of Shri Radha is unprecedented, beautiful, and enchanting like ambrosia. The name of Shri Krishna is delicious, like condensed milk. O my tongue, O you who are faint with hunger, please constantly drink these two unprecedented substances, which are made delightful by the eyes of fragrant Anuraga. I will worship Sri Swamini by serving Shri Krishna's lotus feet, and then giving her Krishna's prasadam and flower remnants. The Nitya Sakis and Prana Sakis serve Shri Krishna in the mood that they will offer to Swamini whatever flower remnants and other articles they collect when attending to him. Upon receiving the objects used by her Prananath, Swamini will become greatly pleased. When I witness her pleasure, extreme attachment towards serving Shri Krishna will fill my heart. So this is specifically what Gurudev is saying here, is that devotees, the maidservant of Srimati Radhika, they have love and attachment for Krishna because Radha has love and attachment for him. So whatever they relate to in the world, that should be related first to Srimati Radhika. Then it has meaning for them. This is the meaning of being one-pointed. One-pointed means there is only one person in your life. There is only one reference in your life. That is Radha. But the problem with the Ajatarati sadhaka, the sadhakas which are not yet established in the bhav, they will feel attraction for this type of topics, but they cannot keep their consciousness always there. So after hearing this, they feel very much attracted. They know this is the goal of their lives. But after some time, after 5 minutes, they have to again enter in so many different types of desires in life that they will forget about this highest topic. So therefore, there will be a necessity for studying Prahlada Charitra, Dhruva Charitra, and all the other topics related to Anartha Nivriti. Then we will have to hear about etiquette and sadachar, means proper behavior. Because if we cannot overcome our material obstacles, then forget about becoming Radhadasya. So first we have to develop taste for Harinam. This is very important. So for example, here we got the example that Raghunath Das Goswami gave, that the names of Krishna are tasty like condensed milk. So are you ready to give up eating condensed milk only for chanting Krishna Nam? So when we'll be ready to do this, then we will gradually develop our bhakti. Give up the material pleasures for the pleasure of Krishna. This is what we need now. Okay? Vancha kalpatirvesha kripa sindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. Hari Bo.